Alright guys, so I am going to be showing you the things that we picked up in our last Goodwill thrifting trip. I apologize if I sound a little froggy in the throat. I think I am coming down with just like a cold because I'm just kind of a little bit congested. But yes, so this last Goodwill thrift store, just kind of, oh my goodness, like the one thing that we got, like I still kind of can't get over it, and I cannot wait to get it listed and see if it sells and what it will sell for and all of that good stuff. But we will get to that. I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll start with the shoes first. I got 3 pairs of shoes. These ones here, they are so beautiful. Like, just definitely unique, not something I had ever seen before. They're very rockabilly in my opinion is how I would describe the look of them. Just super gorgeous heels. They're by a company called Miss Elfire, which I had never heard of before. So I did a quick search of them while I was in the thrift store, and their shoes are very expensive. I did see this same exact pair listed on eBay currently. They are asking $55 for them, and the auction actually has 17 watchers. So that kind of goes to show, like, when you can see how many watchers something has, just about like how popular it is among people. So I mean, no one seems to really be buying them at 55, but I am more than willing to list them a little lower than that. So I think mine should sell pretty quickly considering, you know, how many watchers that auction has. And I did pay $7.47 for them. So these are so gorgeous. Love them, and they are in really good condition. So got those. Next pair I got were these heels, and holy crap, these are gorgeous too. These are red. Oh my gosh, just can you just with that blingy rhinestone detailing there on the heels. But these are by Enzo Angeloni. I was naturally drawn to these. Again, just they're so pretty and in like beautiful, absolutely gorgeous condition. They remind me of like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. I don't notice any rhinestones missing or anything like that. I looked these up. They have a retail value of $160, which, I mean, I'm not surprised. They're super, super gorgeous. There are none currently listed on eBay that are in red, or at least not that I have seen yet, just by doing a search of the style name of the shoe. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to list them at, but they are just so incredibly beautiful. And again, these were $7.47. This Goodwill, like all of their shoes are pretty much the same price, which is nice. I like that about Goodwills, that, you know, price all of their things at the same price no matter the brand and that kind of thing. That's nice. And then the last pair of shoes that I got were these here, and these were pretty cool too. They're like blue, almost like a Mary Jane style sneaker, and then they have these bows on the top, and they are by a company called Mark Nason. I had never heard of the brand before, but I could tell just by looking at them that they seemed like pretty nice quality shoes, and again in brand new condition for $7.47. So when I looked these up, they have an $84 retail value, and I don't currently see any listed of this particular style by this brand. So we shall see about those. So those were the shoes I picked up. I did buy one purse, and this is the one that I found, and this purse wasn't even like with all the rest of the purses. I found it kind of thrown in with the shoes. So I guess maybe someone was going to buy it and then they decided against it and just shoved it wherever they were when they decided they didn't want it. But it's this beautiful like pinky purple suede fringe bag. It has these fringe bits on both sides and just kind of like this crochet bird print on the front. It has a long adjustable strap so you can wear it crossbody or carry it by the handles here, and there is nothing on the back. And then it opens with a hidden magnetic closure here, and it's by a company called RAJLA, so like Raj LA, and this bag was $6.99. When I looked it up, I couldn't find this exact bag, but I did see that Nordstrom Rack had a very similar bag. I think it was a black leather possibly, but with a similar kind of like crochet design on the front by Raj LA. And Nordstrom Rack was selling it for $79, but with a $220 retail. So I'm sure this bag was pricey. It's very, very well made. But like I said, I just haven't found this exact one quite yet while I was looking around. But it's so pretty. I absolutely love it. I love fringe. All right, I got this top, and remember I had said in the beginning of the video, like I don't really look at the clothes too much, but I did end up finding this top here. It's kind of like a tunic, got like some ruching, like a ruching type of design. Definitely longer, so a tunic, and it's by a company called Tianello by Steve Barraza. So I had never heard of this brand before. It reminded me of, there's a purse brand called Tignanello, but this isn't the same. This is Tianello. But anyway, when I looked this brand up, all of her clothes are really expensive, like upwards of $100 for a top. That's crazy. So I don't know if the one I saw on the website was this specific one, but one very similar to it was $98. So I am curious to see what I can sell that for. I mean, I know I'm not gonna get like $98 for it, but I definitely felt like it was worth picking up, and it was a brand I had no idea about before. And then Eric found this mug here. It's just this large kind of tiki mug. I think they have it, when I looked it up, it said Krakatoa. But there's a print on this side and then a print on this side, just slightly different. And it just says first edition Trader Sam's Grog Grotto Disney on the bottom. And this was $2.99. So this is first edition. I guess different editions were different colors and that kind of thing. So this was selling about $30, not including shipping. So that was definitely a nice score. Then he also found this, I don't know if you want to call this a mug or a goblet or chalice. I really don't know. But it was very unique, intriguing. The only thing it says on the bottom, and it looks like someone just maybe hand wrote it on there, maybe whoever made this, but it says Bender on the bottom. This was $1.99, and Eric's first thought was that it reminded him of Futurama, like Bender from Futurama, because he's a robot made out of like these kind of components. And then the only other thing on here is this piece here, which I'm not quite sure what that is supposed to be, if that's any kind of a logo or something. I'm assuming this is handmade, but even so, like, it's so nicely made. Like, this definitely had to take some work to get those grooves in and everything like that. So for $1.99, we just decided to pick it up. When I list it, if I can't find anything else about it, which, I mean, I haven't found anything yet, but if I can't find anything, I'll probably list it, you know, maybe as Futurama related. Obviously not like official Futurama merchandise, but just inspired by kind of thing, just because it's kind of like the vibes we got from it. But if anyone would happen to recognize that or know anything, but I think it's maybe like a handmade type of item. Eric actually found this for me. It's just a little Harry Potter pajama shirt well, it's like a nightgown, like a long oversized nightgown, long sleeves, and yeah, it just looks like that. It's Gryffindor and has a little pocket here. So I like wearing these types of things to bed, especially like in the summertime. This is kind of like, it would keep you warm, but it doesn't seem like it would be like stifling. So I could probably wear it in the summer, but I'm thinking maybe more like around spring when it's like starting to get warm but still slightly chilly, just because of the fabric that it's made by, and I can roll the sleeves down if I want to. So that was so sweet of him. He found that and I was like, yeah, I'll take that. So okay, the piece de la resistance of what we found. So there was someone who, oh gosh, I apologize, I don't know like the username off the top of my head, but I had gotten a comment on one of my Goodwill videos that someone said I had passed a chicken alarm clock that was worth a lot of money. So when I went back through the video, because like when you guys see stuff like that, like I want to see what it is, that way like if I would ever see the stuff again, then I would know like, hey, this actually is worth something, let's take a closer look kind of thing. Well, when I went back and looked at the video, there was these chicken alarm clocks, and I was seeing one of a chicken like playing the guitar. Like it had a guitar in its hands. It's chicken hands. But the one I passed didn't have the guitar, but it was still worth money, a good bit. I think I had seen one listed for like 50 bucks. So it definitely was worth something, but it wasn't selling as high as the ones with the guitar. So when I was just kind of like, you know, looking through the aisles, I just spotted this box, and I didn't really know. I was just intrigued by the look of it. I'm like, what the heck is this thing? Like, I need to know what this looks like. Is there seriously something in here that looks like what is depicted on the box? Because it's kind of really funny looking. But it said Cal Rhythm Alarm Clock. And it was, how much did I pay for this thing? Yeah, right here it is. $2.99 is how much it cost. So when I took it out of the box, I was like, oh wow, this clock, like, it reminds me of kind of what that chicken alarm clock looked like, except it's a cow. So I was like, is it by the same company? Is that possible? Like, did I seriously come across like an potentially like another one? And so I looked it up, and oh my gosh, I was kind of sickened by it all, in all honesty. That one of these sold for, how much was it? $995 or $998, I can't remember exactly. Someone paid that much for this freaking alarm clock. Like, it kind of grossed me out a little bit. Like, you're kidding me. Who would pay that much money for this cow alarm clock? So, I was like, whatever. It's $2.99. I'm getting it. We'll see if it works and stuff like that. Like, I didn't even know at this point, like, if it was going to work or not. Okay, so we will get to how amazing this clock is in just a minute. But the lowest, currently right now, there are, I think, 3 listed on eBay. The lowest one is listed at $550. And then when I checked solds, the lowest one sold for $40. And I honestly believe that whoever sold that one didn't know what they had, and another reseller bought it and listed it as one that's currently listed for like $500 or $900, because a lot of times people do source on eBay because there's a lot of like newbie sellers who really don't know what they have, and there's, you know, make mistakes listing things and stuff like that, and then other resellers snatch the stuff up and then resell it for, you know, higher. So I think that's what happened with the $40, the one that ended at $40. So none of these alarm clocks that were being sold came with their original box. And I also have all of the original paperwork as well, like the warranty and like the directions and all of that good stuff. And even my alarm clock still has its original sticker here, which makes me believe like no one actually used it. So when I was looking it up, I did find someone saying that these were, well, obviously rare, and that only 150 of them were ever made. So I don't know how accurate that is, but I guess that seems pretty accurate considering there's only, I think, 3 listings currently on eBay. I mean, I know not everyone sells on eBay, but I'm gonna put the batteries in so you guys can hear how amazing this alarm clock is. It's gonna be loud and probably a bit obnoxious, but I mean, all alarm clocks are. So here we go.
Wake up! Don't sleep your life away. Wake up! Don't sleep your life away.
So basically, that's what it's telling you in the morning. Wake up, don't sleep your life away. How freaking cute is that? Like, I could not wake up to that. Like, I would wake up angry every single morning of my life. And I usually wake up angry anyway because I'm not a morning person. So that's just so funny. And I definitely, like, now that, you know, I have this, you know, in my hands and I've heard it, I was like, okay, I can maybe understand why someone would want this clock, but even still to pay that much for it is just insane. So when I list mine, I think I might try to list mine a little bit higher than the other ones, just because, like I said, I have the original box, the original sticker, the inserts, and all of that stuff. So we'll see, because a true collector might want all of that stuff and maybe is willing to pay even a little bit more for it because of that. So we'll see. I'm crossing my fingers. If this thing sells, Eric and I are going out to eat somewhere really, really nice to celebrate, because that would probably be my highest amount of something that I sold, like, other than Eric sold a car once, but as an actual thing picking up in a thrift store, it would be the most expensive thing I have ever found and sold. If it sells, like, there's no guarantee it's gonna sell for, you know, $900. But like I said, I'm gonna try to list mine just a slightly bit higher than that. So we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video of our most recent find. You'll have to let me know what you thought down below, and I will see you next time.